So in your travels in life so far, you might have been through different areas, whether it's Missouri or the United States. And when you pass through towns, you might have noticed that your favorite store you used to go to doesn't exist anymore. Well, that's kind of happened here, because here we are at Liberty Commons. And this is the site of the old Kmart and the old movie theater. And so as you see throughout this development, as we stand here in October of 2017, we see that something that was repurposed for the old movie theater, Kmart, and other buildings has been transformed, and we have a lot of newer buildings and a new hotel that's come up as well. And so Liberty is fortunate to have a lot of growth, just like a lot of the Northland in the Kansas City metro area. So if a community does not have growth, then that community begins to die if more and more businesses begin to leave. But we see that with all the new businesses and vehicles that are here, that we have a lot of growth. And so that's a good thing for Liberty and the surrounding area. Sometimes you might have been through places and an old field has been turned into an apartment complex. And so that growth is really, really neat to see. But with growth, there are some questions that need to be answered. For example, as we continue to grow, what are some things that we need to continue to change? For example, up here you'll see this is I-35 and Highway 152. And so planners in this area have to consider, as we continue to grow, what has to change. Also, if the community is in decline, the community needs to ask itself, what do we need to do to bring other businesses and other people in? And so what we're going to do in this unit project is we are going to talk about the math and the data that goes into making decisions for communities and businesses. And so the big question we're going to ask you guys to look at in this unit project is this. What if you were an assistant for a city and its planner, or an assistant to somebody in charge of the development of businesses for a city? So the question we want to ask you is this: how can we, as assistants to city planners or economic development, model and predict the future populations and make decisions based on that? You're going to get a chance to visit with a city planner and or somebody who is responsible for the development of a community. So we want you to think about some questions that you might ask those individuals when they arrive regarding the project and how important this is to not only a city, but maybe a business that you might own someday.